Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working with Cricut's new product, Infusible Ink. Today we're going to be working with Cricut's Baby Bodysuit blank. So you want to look for this little tag here that says compatible with Infusible Ink. So this one here is 6 to 9 months, so that's what we're going to be working with. I'm going to be working with these two transfer sheets here. I'm going to be working with the leopard. We're going to be using the fur right here, this fur, the brown. So when you first get it, it looks like this. It's super light. It's kind of like an ombre effect on this one. It looks really light, but it's actually going to come out darker like this. Okay, so don't be scared of that. And then we're going to be working with the cabbage rose. The packaging looks like this. I love this rose here. It looks like this one right here before it's pressed, and then it's going to look like this. Here are some of the things you're going to want to get started. Okay, so we have our Cricut Maker here. That's the one I'm going to be using today. I'm using my Cricut Easy Press 2, the 6x7. This is perfect for the baby onesies. The Easy Press 2 is going to be awesome because it's going to go all the way up to 400 degrees. You're going to want some tweezers here. Cricut does have a variety of tweezers. They do have a variety to choose from, so you're going to need a pair of tweezers. I'm going to be using the one that's designed for the 6x7 press. You're going to want a pair of scissors or a paper trimmer. I love using my paper trimmer with everything from vinyl, iron-on, paper, all the way to the infusible ink. It works great. You may want to use some of Cricut's heat-resistant tape, so I've got some of that. You're going to need a lint roller. The one that I'm using is Flint. I'll have it linked down below. I love it because it just rolls up like this. I have tons of refills. To change it out, you just pop it up, screw this off, pop on another one, but any lint roller will work. But this is the one that I'm using. Like I said, I will have it linked below. I'll have all of these things linked below except for the infusible ink and the bodysuit. Anything that's with the infusible ink you have to purchase from Michael's currently until October. These two things are optional. A brayer, this is going to help keep your hands off of the infusible transfer sheet and get that down on the mat. You don't have to have it. It's optional. Also the 3x18 ruler. I love using this. For example, for the adult t-shirt, you need to come down 3 inches. I love it because it's perfect. I can put it at the neckline, and then 18 inches, I can line it up at the 9-inch mark in the middle and then line it up. So I love using Cricut's rulers. They have different sizes. You need to get their smaller one for their bodysuit. So a ruler is optional, and it's going to help get your placement perfect. Other things you're going to need is a piece of butcher paper, 2 to 4 sheets inside your box of infusible ink, 2 pieces of white cardstock, 1 to go down on the mat to protect our mat, and 1 that's going to go inside the bodysuit. I'm going to trim mine down to fit inside. And then you're also going to need your mat. I recommend using the green mat. So let's go ahead and jump over to Cricut Design Space. So this is the image that we're going to be using today in Cricut Design Space. It's completely free if you're an Access member. I've used this before with iron-on and it came out really, really pretty. For the fox here, we're going to be using the fur from the leopard box. And then for this pink up here, I'm going to be using that cabbage rose. So I've already sized mine down to 5 inches, and I've already ungrouped it, attached these 2 pieces, because when you first bring this image in, these 2 pieces are not attached. I went ahead and attached those so that way they do not move around. Find this image. All you simply have to do is go to Images, type in fox, and then if you scroll down a ways, it'll take a second. If you scroll down, the image will pop up right here. Here's the information if you'd like to find this fox. All you need to type in is Hello Baby Foxes, or you could type in ME38C22 to find this. I'm going to click Make It. This is going to be our brown fur, and this is going to be the cabbage rose. So what I want to do, the first thing that I want to do is treat this the exact same way I would do iron-on here in Design Space. You want to click Mirror. Okay, then we're going to hit Continue. I'm going to choose my maker, browse all materials, type in Infusible Ink, click on Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet, and done. Okay, now we're ready to go. The first thing I like to do is trim down my infusible ink so I don't have to load this whole thing on the mat. Figure out which way you would like your ombre effect to go. So whether you would like it on your animals going this way, or whether you'd like them coming from say top to bottom. If you don't want, say for example, I don't want this ombre effect in here, I could always slice this out and kind of work in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and get this into my paper trimmer here. And I need my piece to be 4 by 5. So I'm going to go ahead and trim 4 tall, making sure it's nice and even, and trim. So now I don't have to worry about the rest of this. Then I'm going to go ahead and turn this and get it at the 5. Since I'm already in here, if I don't want this much of an ombre effect on my 2 little guys, I could always scoot it over just a little bit and work. I could trim this off a little bit here and then work in the center. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go ahead and trim a little piece of this off. And then I'm going to trim it down to 5. Alright, so there's our first piece. This piece I need around 3.5 by 4. So I'm going to go ahead, I've already got it 3.5, and I'm just going to trim it by 4. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take our mat here, and I'm going to go ahead and get this down. With infusible ink, where this piece right here, the plastic backing part, you want it to go down on the mat. So I'm going to go ahead and load this on here. And this, since this is a smaller piece, I don't really need the brayer tool. So I'm going to get it on the mat just like so. We're going to load it. Hit go. Okay, so I've got you guys zoomed in for the weeding. All you have to do is just find a corner here and get started on peeling off the outside layer first. It's really easy to separate. Hopefully you guys can see that. Alright, so we got our outside layer off first. Alright, so now that we've got the outside pieces, all I'm going to do is just start weeding out the whole inside. They're really easy. Like I said, take some tweezers here if you need to. See how intricate that little tail piece is. Now for the majority of it, you should be able to just use your fingers to pop these little pieces out. Just like that. I know my camera keeps freezing up on me, so bear with me. So I'm just going to take my little sharp pointy ones, that look like this, and I'm just going to carefully pop out these tiny little pieces. And I'm going to use them to grab out all these little pieces. So hopefully you guys can pick up how intricate that is. Look at all that small detail. Okay, so we've got this guy ready to go. Same thing with this one. You're going to get your outside pieces here. Alright, so here's our Hello Baby. If you flip it over, you can hopefully see how it's going to have Hello Baby just like so with a tiny little heart. Alright, so this is how we're going to do this. So now we need this to go on top of this, but you don't want the plastic to go on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to get as close as I possibly can to my image. Alright, now I'm going to test that out just to see again. So I need to come underneath my heart here. Get a piece like that off. Alright, I think I should be able to set this. So now I'm going to just kind of set the pieces of transfer together. Just like so. Alright, So those are going to go down at the exact same time, just like that. For the first step, let's go over to Cricut and go to their Cricut Easy Press Heat Transfer Guide. We're going to choose Cricut Easy Press 2. Select the material. We're going to come all the way down to the bottom. Infusible ink transfer sheet, done. For the base material, we're going to come down and choose Baby Bodysuit, done, apply. It's going to give us 385 for 40 seconds, light pressure, warm peel, and then it's going to show you how to layer. So let's go ahead and get our easy press set for 385. So let's go ahead and open our bodysuit. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like. We've got our easy press mat down on the bottom, put a piece of cardstock, our onesie, and I'm going to go ahead and open up the bottom here. Then we want to slide in a piece of cardstock. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and measure how wide the bodysuit is, about 7 inches. Put our cardstock in to the 7-inch mark. Slide it inside the bodysuit. Going to take your lint roller and go ahead and take off any lint that may be on the onesie. You want to completely cover the whole area that your iron is going to touch. That looks good. We need to preheat our bodysuit. So you want to put down your butcher paper and then put down your easy press, hit go for 15 seconds. Alright, you want to take back off your butcher paper. Go ahead and let this cool back down. If you try to do it right now while it's warm, there's a chance that your ink could go ahead and start the process and go ahead and put an impression on there, and you don't want to do that until you have it exactly where you want it. So I'm going to take my ruler here. When I'm working with adult t-shirts, because it's 3 inches down, I bring my ruler down like this. But because it's only 1 inch, I'm going to come above, and then here's my line. I'm going to get it right at the neckline, and I'm going to do about 1.5 inches. I'm going to get this even here. So now I'm just going to take my image and I'm going to hover above until I can see exactly where I want to place this. To say that I'm happy with that, it looks good. Move my ruler. I'm going to press this down on the shirt. Now this is pretty sticky in itself and it may stick very well, but if you feel that any spots are going to come up, just simply take your heat transfer tape, make sure it's heat transfer tape, not regular tape, and get a couple pieces down to hold this image in place. This is going to help to ensure that it's not going to shift, because if this shifts at all, you're going to get a ghosting. And a ghosting is where it makes the image look double or blurred, if you will. Put our clean piece of butcher paper back on top. Take our easy press 2, completely cover our image, making sure that everything is covered, and hit go for 40 seconds. Light pressure. Alright, so we're going to carefully lift this off nice and slow. Take off our butcher paper, and this is a warm peel. Right, we're going to go ahead and grab a corner here and peel. Now if there's any little pieces left over, take your tweezers and pop those off, or you could just shake the shirt. And there you have it. How cute is that? I absolutely love it. Hello baby. I really love how that came out. Very cute. So now all we got to do is pull out our cardstock. And this shirt is ready to be worn. Nothing special to do here. All you need to do is make sure on the heat setting guide you pay attention to the care at the very bottom. It says machine wash inside out with cold water and mild detergent. Tumble dry low or line dry. Do not use fabric softener, dryer sheets, or bleach. So if you always scroll down to the bottom, you're going to get your care instructions. This shirt is completely ready to wear. Now, the fun thing about infusible ink is you don't have to worry about any texture. The babies aren't going to be messing with any of this stuff. It's not going to be scratchy to them. It feels just like the bodysuit. You can stretch this out. See the little foxes? You can stretch it, and it's always going to revert back. It's not going to peel, tear, crumble, fade, anything like that. It's always going to stay just like this. Bring that up so you guys can see it a little bit better. How cute. I love the way that came out. Quite adorable. I have a baby in mind that this is going to go to. If you don't already follow my Instagram, I will have the information linked below. I will be showing a cute baby wearing this very, very soon. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.